Hello again everybody and welcome back to more of Let's Play Outlaw Golf. And, well, you know, the last time we took care of the Garden State Menage a Trois. And today we are taking care of the final event at the final event for the entire tour. So right now I'm pretty much jumping ahead a little bit, or I'm a little bit behind here. You know, I obviously do the suit changing off camera. But, you know, I'm going to go ahead and show off the last of the stats before we complete the tour. Number of clubs unlocked, 29 out of 30. All the golf balls are unlocked. The tour is almost complete, obviously. And our longest drive was 377 yards. Our longest putt was 58 feet. Our best rounds, as you can see there, nothing too recent. I mean, with the exception of the Crusty Leaf and El Diablo, those were completed like 2 weeks ago, which was, I want to say it was about 3 or 4 events ago. I don't actually know for sure, but I would say our longest putt is pretty nice, almost 20 yards. That's not too bad. Yeah, I took forever because, and yes, I do apologize, but this is post-commentary. And it actually had absolutely nothing to do with the time being off. In fact, I don't even know if it was off, actually, to be honest with you. Okay, well, get your game face on for 18 holes of jaw-dropping one-on-one match play. Winner takes all and kicks ass. Even though I think that the winner has to kick ass in order to take all, but whatever. That's beside the point. Yeah, I am not even... it's actually been a few days since I recorded all this, so yeah. And yes, as you can see there, that's the only club we have not unlocked, so I'm going to go ahead and give it, so I went ahead and gave you all spoilers, but that's our last club to unlock. Yeah, it's somewhat anticlimactic. In fact, it is really anticlimactic, but you know, I think it was just better to take all the best clubs and show y'all what it's like, and show y'all, you know, what it's like, both how challenging it is and how beneficial it is for yourself. Okay, and I'm sorry if you can hear that. That's just me adjusting my chair to get comfortable.
Here we are at the
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started, obviously. I want to say right away, besides, oh yeah, I was gonna explain why the last commentary didn't come through, and it was because it got corrupted. Basically, long story short, my Audacity program crashed while right as soon as I got done recording the whole thing. So strangely enough, the video didn't crash, but I mean the video didn't have a problem, so that was great. But the Audacity crashed on me, so I kind of had no choice there, but to do post commentary for that. And the second thing I want to point out is right now I'm using a new headset with a new mic and everything. This one's a the other one that I had for the other one I have was actually a pretty cheap one. It was only like 20 bucks, and then this one was like 40, pretty much twice the price, and it's a Turtle Beach X11, you know, headset. It's made for, you know, PC gaming and Xbox gaming and all that stuff, and yeah, I would say it's nothing too special. But I would like some feedback on if the mic quality is improved or anything like that. I'm not so sure it is. It has, really, but it definitely is way more comfortable to wear, by far. It is way more comfortable to wear than the other one, because the other one was made of like
third shot.
It's not really rubber, but it was like a it kind of, I don't know, I can't even think of what it's made of. I don't know, but this one's made of the mesh, I guess. I don't know, but it's way more comfortable. It almost feels like you're not wearing it at all. And yeah, so it's really
It's
nice for that reason. The only disadvantage is that it kind of has a little bit of a little. I mean, like if you might be able to hear it, you know, in the mic. I don't know if you can't. It's probably because the game audio is, you know, kind of disguising over it, if you will. Yeah. But that's really the only reason, and it's probably easier for it to pick up on stuff. I don't know. I haven't really guessed on that yet. And yeah, yep, this is pretty much what happens when you take a chance. You fail every time. I mean, well, okay, sometimes you won't fail, but this was definitely the exception, so I did not start off this hole well at all. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes, see, and that's actually my gaming style, generally speaking. I mean, like for golf games. Usually, I'm actually very risky and everything. I'm like willing to do just about anything to make sure I get on the green, and yeah, that's pretty much what happens usually. Is that I end up failing miserably. But golly. Apparently I just can't get comfortable. Like, even Mario Golf for that matter, you know, I try to get very risky by using all my power shots and everything like that, and it just never seems to work for me, so, I mean, I still do it, I still insist upon it, but it's very frustrating, and it's very difficult. And, oh, and not to mention that oh, second bogey of our project, I forgot. But anyway, and not to mention the fact that I always use Metal Mario for the N64 and Shadow Mario for Toadstool Tour, so yeah, it makes it a hell of a lot more difficult to play the game as those two characters and screw up a lot of shots, you know, by missing the impact marker or in simpler terms, the doohickey thing on the right that pretty much determines if you're going to hit a good shot or not. On the bottom right hand side. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, yeah. I need to stop saying, yeah, okay. Oh, that was a good shot, though. Now, I will go ahead and spoil it for you guys. I pretty much recorded the rest of this entire project on the session, so I don't know, I just felt like going on a really serious recording binge, and I was constantly restarting my computer and everything, so, if there are any video skips, it was kind of just bad luck. I mean, with, my computer and everything, so, and actually the reason why this video is actually, you know, these videos are being uploaded late was because, well, yeah, was because for one, I woke up pretty late. I woke up at like almost 8 in the evening. I mean, which by overnight standards, it's not that late, but for most people it is really late. And I don't know why it took forever right there, honestly. And then we had a power, and then right as I woke up, we had a power outage. Power out. You know what I mean. I'm not going to repeat it again, because I've been having a hard time with talking. So, yeah, power outage. And it was actually a pretty serious one, too. I mean, we almost had a hailstorm come right up on us, and, but it was almost like tornado weather. Well, not really, but it was, you know, it was about 8 in the evening, like I said, and it was all green outside. You know, kind of. It usually says tornado right there, but or not really, but sometimes, occasionally, from time to time. No, anyway,
yeah, baby, nice.
And actually a transformer went out on, yeah, we actually had a transformer go out,
El Suave is trying.
I don't know if it was because I don't know. It was kind of weird. Like it was on the north side and the south side of town. Actually, were the ones out of power. Pretty much the middle of the area, the middle of the town actually still had power, which was again, like I said, kind of weird. But yeah, it took yeah, I didn't even get power back on until about at my own house till like 2 hours ago. And then at work, it was it was like 5 in the morning or something like that by the time we got power back on over there, for real. Like it kind of kept switching on and off, but kind of made the job interesting. But God, my feet hurt like a motherfucker. I won't lie, because of all the rain and water and stuff. Yeah, if you didn't know that, water makes your feet hurt like a motherfucker. That's why tennis players don't even want a single drop of water on the court, because their feet hurt way too easily. I mean, because, yeah, they'll, like, yeah, because it'll hurt their feet, and then they'll, like, and then it'll just fucking suck. Which I don't blame them, really. Actually, and actually that's how I learned it was on the tennis. Well, it's not me being on the tennis court, but I remember there was a match that Andy Roddick was going against. I think, I don't know if it was Andy Murray or if it was another guy, but Andy Roddick was kind of being he was you know, hey, you know, he's kind of like, he was being really firm with, you know, saying, hey, there's fucking water on this court, you know, and he was like, I mean, I guess bluntly speaking, you know, you could say that he was bitching about it, which, but, you know, honestly, I don't blame him in the slightest.
Mistress Suki,
because it does hurt, like, because your feet do hurt, like way worse. And yeah, I was pissed that she made that. Because it's like, it almost seems like it's impossible to, like, do, I mean, you can make the putt pretty easily, but you can't really make the chip shot so easily. And I kind of had a lucky break there, so. I mean, and that's kind of funny that I say that. I mean, like, almost as a no pun intended, because it kind of breaks from left to right, like, almost in a wave, but it still was straight overall. Which, like I said, makes it kind of interesting on, and, really, and probably, you know, probably does allow for a no pun intended kind of line. But, yeah, certainly an interesting night, but... But I mean, it's certainly an interesting night, but not anything too special, I guess. Since pretty much everything that's gone on in my life has never been too interesting. Or been that interesting. I don't even know if I wouldn't even know of. Like, if somebody asked me what the most interesting moment of my life was, I would not have a fucking clue. Well, actually, you know what? I think if I did have to pick one, I would probably say that when I was 8, I had a seizure. I'm not even epileptic or anything. I don't know how it happened or anything. I kind of theorized that it was caused by, like, how hot it was outside, but I don't even think that was remotely accurate. I don't know if you can get a seizure like that anyway. And it wasn't from video games. Even though I love video games, that's not how I caused it. Because I just remember coming home from school that day, and I laid in my bed, and next thing I know, I was like in an ambulance. Yeah, in an ambulance. So apparently I had one while I was asleep. Or at least so it seemed like I was asleep. I don't know if it was like while I was laying in the bed and then all of a sudden I was like out like that, but I thought I was like, I thought I like fell asleep anyway.
Second shot.
And I don't even know what kind of seizure it was either. I don't know if it was like an absent seizure or, you know, one of the ones where you start like banging your head on everything pretty much, or what. I'm guessing it was an absent seizure, but like where you don't really do anything or show signs of anything. I could be wrong. No, I'm probably dead wrong about that, because I remember my parents were in another room or something like that, so I don't know. Well, I don't remember that happening, but anyway. And then I had another one that night as well. And then I had to go all the way to Amarillo. Yeah, I live in Texas, if that wasn't obvious. And then I was like in the hospital for like 5 days. And then after that, I think they just gave me some antibiotics or something like that, and then I never had them again. But it was, like, I would say that was the most interesting moment of my life. Yep, that's right. High school wasn't it. My social life or anything, nope. None of that was interesting.
Welcome to the green, my little round friend.
I had interesting friends, but it wasn't interesting. I mean, not interesting enough to retell really to anyone. I mean, because it was a pretty standard lifestyle, I would say. Except for it just didn't have to do with drugs. Even though I was around people who did drugs, but not actually doing drugs. Went to a party that wasn't a party. It was more or less just a house to get drunk in. That's really about it.
Mistress Suki is putting.
But yeah,
at a birdie.
if I'm I really don't know if I was in the middle of talking about something and then I kind of like continued that subject on the next video. If it's like really like if on the next part it's actually talking about, if I was actually talking about something in the previous video, I mean like in this video or whatever, I don't know. I'm not making any sense. But if it's okay, if the next part is a continuation of something I was talking about, you can try to ignore it, or you know, you can just kind of have that as your beginning. So yeah, because I don't want you guys to get too lost, even though that might be inevitable. I mean, anything I pretty much say loses people. Like, people get lost at anything I say almost as soon as I say it. I mean, I guess technically I would technically be misunderstood to the 5th power, but I don't want to consider myself misunderstood, because even if it may be true, it's kind of like
Second shot.
it's kind of like it's like asking for sympathy or whatever, and that's like really stupid.
Second shot.
I mean, there's certain reasons why you can tell people about stuff that happened or whatever that either made you sad or makes you depressed, or you know, whatever, being like a hopeless romantic or whatever like that. You know, that's, if you say it just for the reason of, you know, wanting to say it. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to that was kind of a weird way to say hard. Anyway, it's hard to justify that kind of thing, to, you know, hard to justify a reason. Yeah, hard to justify saying something like that. Oh, we're already at the end of the video, so yep, I think I've made my point. So yep, that'll be everything for this first part, and I'll see you guys for the conclusion of the conclusion. So bye bye.